All right, so today's lesson is on planning paragraphs with informal outlines. So one thing that you're going to want to use is your Handy Pages book here that I have, and you're going to want to look at page 11. Okay, page 11 is going to be a big thing that we're going to be using, and then you'll also want your graphic organizer here. That's what we're going to be looking at. And so we're going to be starting to write an informative or explanatory writing. When you looked at last week, the different types of writing in the pages before page 11, page 8 and 9 talked about what an explanatory informal writing is, where it gives information or explains ideas. So you're going to kind of do a little bit of both. You're going to be giving some information and you're going to be explaining some things. So our topic for this, so when you're taking your graphic organizer right now, where it says title, you can skip that for right now because title is what you want to call this paper. That will be the title for your final draft. So you can hold off on that until you have ideas of what you want to. But first, let's put in the topic. The topic you're going to put is 2 classroom rules and how they affect the class environment. So I'll say that again. You're going to write 2 classroom rules and how they affect the class environment. That's your topic. So you're going to go back either to the packet that I gave you, or I'll put it up on Google Classroom for you, where you're going to look through our list of classroom rules. You're just going to pick 2 that you're going to talk about. You're going to talk about those classroom rules and how they affect our class environment. Okay. And so this is where page 11 is going to come into play. Okay. So you've written your topic on here. There's a picture on Google Classroom under the writing section. That's going to be a stoplight. You're going to see the top, which says green, go, the middle yellow that says slow down, red that says stop, and then green, go again, which is conclusion. So looking at page 11, right now we're doing what the key says. Organization is key. That's what we're doing today. Okay, we're using an informal outline with our traffic colors to plan our paragraphs and our whole paper as a whole. So the topic sentences are the first things we want to look at. Okay, the topic that you wrote there about 2 classroom rules and how they affect the class environment, that's going to help you with your topic sentence later when we start drafting. But let's move on to where it says key star ideas. Key star ideas here. Okay, there's 3, and I did it double-sided in case you wanted to do more, but you just need to do 2. But if you want to do 3 classroom rules, you can. It's up to you. But the key star ideas are going to be the classroom rules, because the key star ideas are your paragraphs within your paper. So your first paragraph is going to be the first rule, and then your second paragraph is going to be the second rule. So whatever rules you pick, you're going to put the first rule here, and you're going to put the second rule here. And those are your key star ideas. Basically, that's the whole main objective of that paragraph. So however many key star ideas you have, that's how many paragraphs you'll have in your paper. So for right now, we're just doing 2. Kind of starting out easy. The second thing we need to do that's the yellow light, is the key star ideas. The red is what we have over here. Okay, see how there's dashes and dots on your page? Well, the dashes are going to be, it says explain next to it. Okay, the dots are any little details you want to put. So let's just say, for example, you chose raise your hand before you speak or get out of your seat. Okay, that would be your key star idea here. That's your rule you chose. Okay, so raise your hand before you speak or get out of your seat. So one of your dashes could be explaining why that is a good rule. So, okay, you could put a dash that says, does not disrupt students, right? And then in your dots, you can explain a little further. So when you get up out of your seat before asking, it could cause noise, which could distract another student. That could be one of your dots. Another dot could be if you're getting out of your seat or speaking when you're not spoken to, without raising your hand. 2 people could be speaking at the same time then, or you could be speaking over the teacher, or if you're answering and somebody else is trying to answer, that would be another dot that you can put, is people speaking over each other. Okay. So that's kind of the idea of what you're doing. So that's all you're really doing today, is you're just going through your graphic organizer and filling that out. So the title, again, just for review, that's going to be the title of your paper. So honestly, you really don't have to have the title of your paper until we do final draft. So if you're still mulling that over, that's totally fine. You just need to have the topic filled in, which is 2 classroom rules and how they affect the class environment. Your 2 key star ideas, which are those 2 rules. Your dashes for each key star idea, which is going to be, you know, at least 2 reasons why or how they affect the classroom environment. And then the dots are like the meat. They're kind of just those extra examples. Now, just a little note here, when we're doing graphic organizers, you don't have to write in complete sentences, just maybe for the topic and the title, because this is just a brainstorming. This is to kind of get your ideas together. So as long as you remember what you're supposed to be writing about here, that's fine. You can use abbreviations, you can shorten it however you want, because this is what we use when we go to the drafting stage. Then we pull this out and say, okay, my topic is this, let's start a topic sentence. Okay, and so that's what you need to just help remind you what you want to write about, so you don't have to be filling this in with, because you'll notice it's not very big for you to write full sentences. So don't worry about writing complete and full sentences here. Just jot your ideas down, what you want to do, and that will be all that you need to do for that. And again, page 11 will kind of help you with that. The key star ideas are the yellow, and then the dashes and the dots are going to be the red. So if you kind of need ideas, you can go back and reference this page on how that's supposed to go. Okay, and then in our next video, then we'll be talking about actually digging into that topic sentence.